First of all, I was paralyzed November 3rd of 2015. So, we're going on 10 years now. At first I thought this was pretty much going to be an open shut case, because I was doing nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. There was nothing that I did to do what they did, So, I had no idea what the length of this case was going to be. When you came onto the case, I was in a rough place at the time. I had just become paralyzed, and trying to deal with that. And, when I met you, I felt really comfortable going into this trial on a daily basis. I knew that I had confidence in my team and Phil, and knew that no matter what the outcome was going to be, I knew that we were going to put forth a good case. They told me what to expect throughout it, and they definitely gave me comfort within those conversations and letting me know what's going to come throughout that day. When it came to the closing arguments, they had put on their case and they had brought forth all their witnesses. At that point, I didn't know what direction this case was going to be. I just knew that we had put on a good case. And when it came to the closing arguments, I turned and I looked at Phil, and he was so keyed in to what he was going to say and what was going on. I referred to him at that point as the Bulldog. When the jury verdict came back in our favor, God, I didn't even know how to feel. Elated. I felt relieved. I still at that point didn't quite understand what it meant in the long run, but I did feel vindicated knowing that I told the truth and they believed me with Phil there. I felt very confident. I knew that I had good representation. Phil was intense, he was keyed in, and I felt very confident.
My name is Phil Bernal. I'm an attorney with the Janicek Law Firm, and I'm board certified in personal injury trial law as a designation by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization and the State Bar of Texas. Recently, we obtained a verdict, and it was a record-breaking verdict in Bexar County in the Western District Court, a federal court. The jury verdict itself was one that had not been achieved since 1989. Part of the reason we were successful in this campaign was that the lawyers that were involved were board-certified lawyers in personal injury trial law. In order to become a board-certified attorney, a lawyer must have the knowledge, training, and experience, and then take a rigorous second bar examination to become board-certified. Currently, there are 110,000 lawyers in the state of Texas, and only 1,400 are board-certified in personal injury trial law. If you are hiring an attorney for a personal injury case, make sure that they are a board-certified attorney in personal injury trial law. At the Janicek Law Firm, we have 3 board-certified personal injury trial lawyers to assist you.